Today I'm going to show you 13 simple paint hacks that can save you time, reduce cleanup, and even make your paint last longer. Let's jump right in. Instead of wiping your brush on the rim of the can, stretch a large rubber band across the top. Now you can wipe the brush right here. The excess paint falls back into the can and your lid stays much cleaner. Does your paintbrush ever get gunked up? Run a comb through the bristles. It removes paint trapped deep inside and helps keep your brush in great shape for the next project. If you're painting indoors, add a teaspoon or two of vanilla extract to your paint. It won't change the color, and many people find it helps reduce that strong, fresh paint smell while you work. It even might smell like cookies while you roll the walls. New roller covers often have loose fuzz that ends up stuck in your paint. Just roll a strip of painter's tape around the roller a few times before you start, and it'll lift all that lint right off. If you're painting ceilings, slide an old umbrella into your extension pole underneath the roller. Use zip ties to hold it in place against the pole. It'll catch those annoying paint drips before they land on you or your floor. Painting a bathroom? Slip a large trash bag over the toilet tank and seat. It's much faster than taping everything off and helps keep paint splatters away. Before painting around hardware, apply a thin coat of petroleum jelly to the hinges or knobs. If paint gets on them, it'll wipe off much more easily. Need a lunch break? Don't wash everything out. Seal your brush or roller inside a plastic bag to keep it from drying out while you're away. This will save your brush from hardening up for a nice 1 to 2 hour break. When you're finished painting a wall, write the paint brand, color, and sheen on the back of a light switch or outlet cover. Also, use your finger to apply a small drop to the back of the switch cover. Years from now, you'll know exactly what paint was used for those touch-up or repairs. Pour a little leftover paint into a small, airtight jar for future touch-ups. It's much easier than opening a full gallon every time you need a tiny repair. Do you hate when the lid gets stuck to the paint can after use? Take a nail and hammer to make a few small holes around the inner rim of the paint can. That lets excess paint drain back into the can instead of collecting in the groove where the lid seals. Before putting the lid back on, place a small piece of plastic wrap over the opening, then tap the lid into place and can help keep your leftover paint fresher for longer. Take a Pringles can, 7-layer dip flavor is the best, just kidding, and pour out the chips, and then you have the perfect storage container for your roller. It will keep the roller from getting smashed and also gives you the perfect painting snack while you work. Our first repair, you're going to go to your toilet, take off the back of the lid. Take some Kool-Aid and dump it in the tank in the back. We're checking for leaks that goes into the toilet bowl. If you see any discoloration, especially lines running down the bowl, you know that it's leaking and it's time to repair it and get a new flapper. Next, we're going to go to the grout on the floor. Oh, it gets so dirty. All you have to do is take some toilet bowl cleaner, especially the gel formula. Go ahead and place it on the grout and let it sit there for about 5 minutes. Go ahead and grab you one of those old toothbrushes and you're going to give it a good scrubbing. Not too hard, but just enough, and you're going to start seeing the color change. Grab a sponge, wipe it all up, and look at the difference. It restored that grout to its original color. How about when somebody goes in and out of the front door and rattles your door? Or especially when the air conditioner comes on. The way to stop the rattling is to grab a cabinet door bumper or felt that goes under a chair door like we have here. Cut it to size, place it on the door jamb, and look at that. The door will no longer rattle. How about when you're moving furniture and you got that dent in the carpet that you just can't get rid of no matter how many times you vacuum over it? Take some ice, place it on the dent, let it sit there for a good 15 to 20 minutes. After that time, remove the ice, and take a fork and rub it out. Blend in those fibers, and you're going to restore that carpet back to its original look. How about a shower head that doesn't work correctly or has rust stains on it? What you have is mineral deposits inside the shower head. You don't have to remove it. Just take a baggie, pour some vinegar in there. Take that bag, place it over your shower head, secure it with a clip or a rubber band, and you're going to let it sit overnight. As you can see on the next day, a lot of that mineral deposits came through and is sitting in the bag. Remove the bag gently and carefully. Go ahead and take a sponge, wipe it all off, It gets rid of the rust stains, and look at that. That shower head works perfectly. How about trying to hang one of those pesky pictures or clocks on the wall that have a string? Catching those on the nail can be a pain. Just grab you a fork, put it on the nail, make sure it's secure, put the string or the wire around the fork, lower it into position, and it will catch the nail every time. The locks on our door can wear out over time. It's just the mechanism inside. Don't use a liquid spray or any kind of lubricant that way. Grab a pencil. Graphite is a natural lubricant and doesn't dry out. Just rub it all over the teeth. Put it in a couple of times. It'll lubricate, and look at that. Smooth action every time. Don't throw those milk jugs away. We've got a perfect upcycle solution for you. Take that cap and drill some holes in the top. We're going to turn this into a watering can. Put some nice clear water in there, and it's great for your plants. You can see how much water you have left, and it gives you the perfect flow. Just go ahead and try it out. Also, hate when those ladders are scraping up the side of your gutters? Grab one of those inexpensive pool noodles. You're going to cut it right down the side with a razor blade. Once you got it cut, we need 2 equal lengths. What you're going to do is use that razor knife and slice it only on one side. Go ahead and clip it right over the ladder. Just the pressure alone of the pool noodle will hold it in place. And look at that. No scraping and causes no rust. Let's grab a lemon right out of the tree or off the ground. Cut it in half. We're going to use this to go ahead and use for seedlings. You can use this after you take out the inside, and we're going to put some potting soil in there. Once you get it all filled up, put your starter in there and give it some water. You can actually bury it with the rind, just like that. Once you buried it up, it will decompose, giving it some nutrients. Perfect little starter. Let's move it back outside, and we're going to use a rake for a couple of different items here. Take again that pool noodle, and we're going to separate it. One slice right on the top makes it just right. Once you got it sliced, open it up, and we're going to stick the rake right inside. Number 1 is for safety. What you can do is grab some zip ties. You're going to put one on one side, possibly a second in the middle, and then you'll put a third one right on the end. Once you got it zip tied down, it's great to protect anybody that might be walking by the rake. And watch this, it also works great as a squeegee. Anytime you get any excess water or it fills in on some concrete on the low spots, take that squeegee, push it right out. Simple solution. Now we're moving on to those plants out front. Summer's here and that ground gets super dry. I'm going to show you how to upcycle any kind of plastic bottle for getting to those deep roots. Go ahead and put some holes in there. Use a drill or a knife. Dig a hole, stick that bottle inside. All you need to do is have the cap showing. Once you get it buried up and packed in there, take the cap off, fill it with water. It's one of those slow waters, but it will get down deep inside the roots. Saves water, makes your plants look great. Also, when you're working in the yard and you're using gloves, sometimes it chaps the inside of your hands. Use a pool noodle. Put that on the outside, no need for zip ties, it'll hold right on there. It gives it an extra wide grip, and you can work in the garden all day long. Nothing will happen with your hands, and you'll look great. Also, you got that cord you're using out on the hedger outside? Worried about getting it wet? Take one of those little plastic containers. You're going to cut both ends a little notch. Stick those extension cords right in the inside, and put the lid right back on. It's going to hold it perfectly in place, protecting those outlets. But the great thing about it is it also makes it waterproof, just in case those sprinklers come on. It protects it and keeps it safe. Now you got your hedge trimmers. They're not actually that safe when they're just sitting around, especially when you got kids. Take again that pool noodle. We're going to cut it the length of the blades. You're going to need 2 of these. Once you slice it down the side, go ahead and place it right on top of the blades. Now, this might be a little difficult to do, but once you get it on there, it's going to go up and down the sides, and then you take a zip tie. All you need is 2 of them. Trim off the excess, but once you get it on there, look at that. This thing is going to be protected, and it keeps your blades from rusting out.